You know, for Christmas, I'm getting a universal remote. I'm telling you, it's going to change everything. Well, good morning and welcome to Monday Morning News presented by Final Forms. Let's get the weekly reminders out of the way first. Did you double and triple check your schedules on Dragonfly and Max Preps to make sure they are identical? If you haven't done that yet this week, hit pause on this video, open up a new window on your computer and just go ahead and do it. We want to make sure we get officials in the right place at the right time on the right date. And speaking of computers, what do you call a search engine that sings Christmas tunes? Michael Bublé. Bet you didn't think you were going to get a Christmas joke this early in the video, did you? I'm keeping you on your toes so you don't just fast forward to the end of the video for the joke each week. Back to the reminders. Also, in this busy basketball season full of tournaments all over the state, please input your final score into Max Preps as soon as the game is over. Having those accurate scores reported are vital to the seeding and selection process, and we don't want to have to track down missing scores every week. And speaking of tournaments, if you play in a fifth place game, for example, or something like that, make sure those games get input into Max Preps and the Max Preps schedule ASAP. We want to have an accurate count of games for each team as the season goes along. Couple items on the calendar this week. If you have powerlifting, remind your powerlifting coaches there is a rules clinic on Wednesday via Zoom. Scott Owen in our office sent out the link. If your powerlifting coach doesn't have it, contact Scott Owen in our office. And if you don't have powerlifting, you might consider adding it. It's becoming a popular sanctioned sport and a really fun state championship event. Also this week, are you interested in bringing an officiating curriculum to your school? Think about it. It's a great opportunity to help build up your officiating talent pool with high school students. On December 12th, that's Tuesday, by the way, the NMAA and NFHS have two opportunities for you to learn more about the program and the curriculum. You can register with the links on this week's email. If you have any questions about it, contact Zach Stevenson in our office. Zach is the Commissioner of Officials, which brings me to the next item. See, that's what we call a segue or transition. The officials rating form. Please remember to complete the officials rating form for each official that you have assigned to your varsity contests, both home and away. This is an important data point and an opportunity for you and your coaches to provide feedback to the state tournament selection committees. The new travel ring is in effect for officials. That means you no longer have to determine the driver, rider, and meal fees. Everyone on the officiating crew receives a travel fee, calculated one way from each official's home address to your contest site. Dragonfly will auto-calculate the correct rate for each official for you by selecting the NMAA travel rule on the Manage Payments tab after your event. Lastly, I wanted to spotlight a Compete with Class moment from last month. For those who didn't see it on social media or our website, a couple weeks ago at the Western Sky Community Care State Cross Country Championships, Rio Rancho's Brooke Chisholm went to console a competitor who looked distraught. Brooke could have been focused on all the excitement of winning the state 5A team championship, but in all that excitement, she not only noticed that this girl, who I'm assuming she hadn't even met up to this point, was struggling, but then took the time away from her team and her family to just go talk to her. In this moment, Brooke showed the ultimate sportsmanship, taking the time to help out a competitor. It's moments like that one that could earn someone a Compete with Class scholarship. The New Mexico Activities Association, in conjunction with the NMAA Foundation, will be awarding a maximum of 6 $1,000 Compete with Class scholarships during this school year. Awards will be given to students that best exemplify the 3 pillars of Compete with Class. Those 3 are respect, integrity, and responsibility. Recipients will be selected by the NMAA Foundation Board of Directors based on recommendations from the NMAA and its member schools. So, keep your eyes out if you see a Compete with Class moment. Send us an email, maybe a photo, and it might earn someone a scholarship. That's all for this week's Monday Morning News presented by Final Forms. If you're waiting for a joke, you'll have to go back and watch. It's in there somewhere. And shame on you for fast forwarding to the end just to see the joke. Have a great week, and remember to compete with class.